Yo, what's happening, y'all? It's your man Valentine, baby. Coming from on the grind. You know how it's about to go down, y'all. It's about to go down outside. Because it's the outside edition, baby. Sunny in Van City. And you know it don't rain in Van City during the summertime. We gonna hold it down like it is right now. But anyway, let's get to it, man. Hey, it is Friday. And trying to end the week off on a positive note, man. But it gets tougher and tougher to be positive as a black person in North America, in Canada. You know what I mean? And it just gets tougher, man. But we have to hold it down regardless of what it is. So, and I mean, if we look at it, man, the four cops who killed George Floyd was in court today. And I guess their lawyers trying to paint the dude as a really bad dude. They're trying to paint him as a drug dealer, a kingpin or ex-con, and dude who just they're just basically trying to put him in a really bad spot, in a really bad light. And I'm not sure, is it the reason why they have nothing else to try to put on this dude, because they're trying to make stuff up. And remember, that man put his knee on his neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. I mean, if we could have a different type of ending, it would be fabulous. But this man is not here right now, you know? And even in death, they still trying to paint a bad picture of this dude. I mean, so you can't even, this man can't even rest in peace. You feel what I'm saying? It's just another day in the life of black people, man. It doesn't matter if you're alive or you're dead. They still try to persecute you. Unbelievable. And then, I know the NFL started last night with the Kansas City Chiefs and Houston Texans playing last night. And, you know, I don't understand. I don't get it. Now, we have both teams linking arms at the 50-yard line across in the middle of the field. And the announcer, PA announcer, comes on and says, we are now going to hold a moment of silence for the social unrest and the racial discrimination and social injustice and what is going on in the movement that's happening right now. So they're going to hold a moment of silence. So as that starts to happen, there was some crowd. There was people, about 16,000 people, I think, in the stands. And they started to boo. Understand this, people. How are you going to boo people who are trying to come together and do something? They're trying to come together, they unify. They're trying to do something for unity. And the social injustice and the racial discrimination, the systemic racism, police brutality. These people are trying to come together to do something, to make change. To do something for equality. And these people were booing. What the heck is going on? How are you going to make change and if people like this are still out there? And people who like that are still wanting to divide the country while people are trying to unify the country. It's because you had people like Trump who were in the White House who were trying to divide. And it's seeping out into the masses, man. And the more people try to get along, the more this dude tries to be divisive. And last night it showed. And for me, I'm thinking, you know what, those people were lucky to be able to go to that game. And I don't think they should ever be invited back. And I think the NFL should just play games without any fans. Because if this is going to happen, what are you saying? That you're letting these people in to come in to boo? While you're trying to unify and have social and racial diversity? I mean, that wasn't a good look last night. And it isn't a good look on anybody that was in the stands that was booing. Because if they're booing, they don't want racial equality or racial diversity or social reform. They don't want any of that. And remember, you need to understand and accept what happened. That your forefathers did this to black people. Brought them across the continent on ships to become slaves. And now what we want is racial diversity and equality. So you need to understand, people, that racial diversity and equality is going to happen. So I just don't get it, man. You are booing at a game that you had privilege to go to this game. Some people don't get to go to games, but yet you have the means to go to these games. And if the NFL players are trying to bring unity and bring this social unrest to an end, and yet you go and do that, despicable, man. It was dirty. That's all it was. And everyone who was in the stands and were booing were dirty. And they should never be invited back to that game. You think that would be a positive thing, right? It ain't. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Trying to bring people together. Showing unity. And people are booing over unity. Unbelievable. And it's just like this, man. This thing about, there's the mental illness, man, with this dude, Skip Bayless, and talking about Dak Prescott. People, as I said before, you have to remember that mental illness is a problem. And this affects a lot of black people and indigenous people. And it is a problem for a lot of people. And people are suffering in silence, man. And for this dude to come out and say what he did yesterday on the day of, Suicide Prevention Day is wrong. Because let's look at what is happening. The people in Canada that, the Regis girl and the Crystal girl and some other people who, and also this, the young cat, the dude, I'm gonna get his name. Daniel Prude. Mental illness, man. This dude was killed because of mental illness. You know what I mean? And I know plenty of people who are suffering in silence, man, and you try to help them. And that's all we can do. And in all these cases, I wish we can have, we can go back and have different endings. But we cannot. So we have to move forward by, it's not about no defunding the police. It's about helping the police to understand and manage mental illness when they get called out to something like that. They need to get a team together to bring these people and be able to talk to these people and talk them down about whatever they're going on with, whatever's happening to them. So this is how you allocate money to move it from the police department into making a new team of mental illness police. That's what it means. That's what you need to do. Because we've got to stop having these people suffer in silence, man. And then all of a sudden it comes out where the police got to go and they either shoot them or kill them. So we can't be having none of that. You feel what I'm saying? So again, Skip Bayless, you need to go get some help, bro. Definitely. You need to go get some help. So, and people, remember, you cannot be trusting a man who lies to you consistently and lies about the virus, lies about how he didn't know about the virus, lies to the American people. He tries to compare himself to great leaders. This man is not a leader. This man is a bum. He's inherited everything. He's never had to work a day in his life to get what he's got. You cannot be complimenting this dude because everything he's done has been just asinine. You know what I mean? And anyone who is backing him, relates to him, you are condoning what he's doing, and you believe everything that he's doing, and you believe that black people should be treated unfairly, and you believe that there is no such thing as systemic racism in your country. And if you believe that, you will be voting for this fool. And I hope that everyone in America, they start realizing that this man is no good for the country. And you need to go out and vote November for Biden and Harris to make sure we have change in America, because we need it. You feel what I'm saying? We need change. Biden and Harris, man. That's what I'm saying. Do what you got to do. Vote like your life depended on it, yo. And remember, we are going through a pandemic, y'all. And as I said before, man, the virus does not discriminate. You feel me? Only the pandemic of racism does. And as Kamala Harris says, racism has no vaccine. So we need to hold on. You know what I mean? And do what we got to do to make sure we stay safe. Wear a mask. Hand sanitize. Wash your hands. Stay out of the big crowds. Right? Do what you got to do to make sure your family stays safe. You feel me? Yo, NFL, you got to do better. Yo, it's your man Valentine, baby. And if you think it's your time to shine, you need to get on the grind with your man Valentine. Go Raptors.